So this is how you set up Google credentials in N8N. So with this credentials, basically you will be able to connect to any apps that you can use from Google. Okay, so whether it be Google Drive, Google Sheet, or Gmail. So let's do one thing. Let's set up the credentials and then we get to test it out using this basic automation that I created. So I'll just check on basically what is this automation about. So this is basically a manual trigger, and then I have given some fields that I want to add to my sheet over here, which is this sheet. So I'll first demonstrate on exactly how to create the credential. So what you do is click on this plus icon and then go to Google Sheets. So this is the Google Sheet integration. And now I want to append the row in the sheet. So these are two credentials that I already have, but I want to create a new credential over here. So create a new credential. So it gives you that OAuth 2 is the recommended method, and you can already also use service account. So you need the client ID and the client secret key for this credential. So you go to open docs, and then N8N has done pretty good job at actually describing what you need. So you need a prerequisite over here, which is Google Cloud account. So create a Google Cloud account for this. So you go to Google Cloud account, make sure you add your billing details as well, because that is where you get verified from Google, and then you also get a lot of free credits as well when you verify your account. So if I go to my Google Cloud account, I got few credits over here. Close, and then I've got few credits over here. I'll just select this project. Okay, so this is or the projects I've got when I created this account. So okay, so what I'll do is I'll create a new project, and then this project is going to be Google Demo N8N. Okay, so let's create this project. Okay, and then once this is getting created, I'll select this project. Make sure this is selected properly, because this is what you'll use in the next while setting up the credentials over here. And then basically you go to the API and services, go to the OAuth screen. This is where you will set up the branding of the overall OAuth screen. So you click on get started, and then you'll give a name over here, which is, let's say I want to give Google N8N client. Add a support email. Let's say this is the email that I want to use. Make sure that you are selecting external over here, because available to any test user with Google account, and then only available to users within organization. Don't select internal, select the external one. And next, add another email over here, same thing. Okay, next, and then finish, continue, create. So this will just set up the basic screen that we have, which is called OAuth consent screen. Now what we'll do is create a new client. So if you go to client, so now just create a client. Okay, so I'll select the application type as web application, and I'll give the client as Google N8N client. And then you need to add one more thing over here, which is authorized redirect UI. So N8N has also got the authorized redirect UI. So just copy this URI over here and paste it up in the auth redirect URI section, and then basically just create the client. Once you create the client, you will get the client ID and client secret key. So you copy the client ID, paste it over here, and then you copy the client secret key, paste it up over here. So now make sure you don't share this details, because they are very sensitive details. So you click on save, and this gets saved. Now when you sign in with Google, basically we'll use this email. This is a test email that we added. So now it says access blocked, has not completed the Google verification process. Why we are saying this is because we did not add the email as a testing email. So if you go to audience, so now basically you can add one more email over here in the test users. Just add user, add the email, and then save. Once this is done, you will be able to pass that Google Auth flow. So if I click on Google, sign in with Google, and then growth rise agency, and then Google has not verified this account, you have been given access to that. That's currently being tested. So continue. And then basically this is what it asks you for all the permissions that you want Google to have, and then continue. This gets the collection successful. And then when you go back, this is account is getting this is account has got connected to the Google account that you have. Now you can pretty much do few things that you can pull out the document, you can pull out the sheet. So let's say if I want to sheet and then get rows, get all the rows. So I want to get, so now let's say if I want to pull out the specific sheet, it has got a message saying could not load the sheet, please check your credential. Why this is happening again is because you did not add one more permission to it, which was Google Drive or Google Sheets API. Make sure this project is selected, click on that, and then just enable this API. Okay, so once this is enabled, okay, this is enabled, you will see it is at disabled. That means that the part is enabled now, status is enabled. Okay, now if you go and select the rows over here, I think you just need to double click from list. Sometimes this list does not work, but if you pull it out from ID, let's say if I want to pull the details from ID, so this is the ID that I have in my sheet. So this ID, paste it out, and then from the sheet I have got few things. So this is the content plan. Sometimes this URL thing does not work, so you have to paste the ID as well. So this is how I basically extracted the Google sheet that I have. Now what I'll do is I'll run the overall overall workflow. So I'll test it up. So this is where I got every single row over here. So it has got everything. Okay. Now this is how you got connected to the Google Sheet. You can pretty much connect to any other workflow. Let's say if you want to add, Google Drive, you can also connect to Google Drive. So let's say if I want to create a file from text, I'll create, another credential. So same way, you just paste out the client ID and the key, secret key. So if you go to credentials, you'll have the credential over here. This is the client that I use. So you copy paste the ID. So client ID, and then you have client secret key. Okay, save, sign with Google, and then growth rise agency, continue. So now this time it will ask you for all the details related to Google Drive. So if you select all, basically this is again successful. Now you have a way to create a new file. So let's say if I want to create a new file, create a file. This is a sample file, and then I'll name this file as sample file.txt, and I'll paste this file to the root folder directly. Okay. So again, could not load the list. That means you have not given access to Google Drive API. So what you need to do is enable the Google Drive API over here. So enable. So you can pretty much use any single Google service that you want to integrate to, and run the automations for using the same technique. It's all easy. Just enable whatever APIs that you need, and then this should go as well. Okay, so now it got created, and then if I check my drive, right, Google sample file. Okay, this is sample file. So everything works. You can add any integration from Google, and that's it on the video. So by the way, I run a school community which is Go Build with AI, which teaches you how to build AI agents for free. So you get to enroll yourself, and I'll explain all those things in my community over here. Thanks for watching the video.